I think we are allegedly live. Good morning, everyone. Give me a comment in the chat if you can see us. I see 22 people online. That's a good start. Give me a nice good morning in the chat if you can see us broadcasting. I know there's probably about a 10-second delay, so that's fine. We can work with that. Oh, the tension.
I'm just tweeting quickly, don't worry.
Good morning, good morning. Here we go. People can see us, people can hear us. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'll kick off things this morning with a huge thank you for coming. Really excited to host the 6th workshop on search-oriented conversational AI. I think the abbreviation is pronounced SCAI'. I could be wrong, but we'll go for that. We're just going to give a quick overview of what to expect for today's session, have some quick introduction from ourselves, run through the program, and then we'll kick off with our first session. There is audio return. Maybe other people should mute their mic. That could be a good idea.
Sorry, that's me.
Right, that should be sorted now. So welcome to SCAI 2021. So the whole idea about these workshops is to discuss conversational AI for intelligent information access. And the idea behind it, and especially the one today, is to bring people in from different disciplines. So we're thinking of bringing people from IR, dialogue, HCI, QE, NLP, speech technology, and everything else in between, really. So we're really excited to discuss the papers that we'll be seeing today, and we look forward to all the comments in the chat and all the questions for our speakers. We'll kick off with a couple of quick introductions, and we'll share some muting and unmuting as we do that, so we avoid some audio feedback. I'll start. So I'm Leigh Clark, a lecturer at Swansea University in the Department of Computer Science. My background's initially in linguistics, and I am a human-computer interaction researcher researching conversational user interfaces. So primarily speech, but also a lot more of chatbots these days. And I'm also a co-founder of the Conversational User Interfaces Conference, which is entering its 4th year next year. So keep an eye out. I will pass over to Ondrej if he wants to introduce himself.
Okay, hi, I'm Ondrej Dusek. I'm an assistant professor at Charles University in Prague, Czech Republic. And I'm mainly working on dialogue systems, task-oriented dialogue systems, and also on language generation. So I'll pass over to Svitlana.
Hello, I'm Svitlana. I'm a postdoc in the University of Amsterdam working on conversational search, dialogue modeling, and anything in between, like question answering. So I was picking the presenters for the program, so you can see this interest reflected in the program we have today. Yeah, looking forward. Leigh, up to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And huge thanks to Svitlana as well, who's kind of been the main driver of this and making sure me and Ondrej do our work. So very thankful to Svitlana for leading this and getting us all involved. You might be able to see this picture from a Dagstuhl event in 2019 on conversational search. A few of you might have attended. We can probably just make out where we are, a bit of a Where's Wally kind of task. So we all met in 2019. Until recently, it was my last face-to-face event until a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully we can all return to these face-to-face events in the future, including the 7th iteration of this workshop. So that's us. We want to know who you are. So in the chat, if you could post what area you're working in and where you're watching from this morning, afternoon, or possibly evening. I'm not sure exactly what time it is for everyone. I'm sure it'll be a bit of a mixed bag, But if you pop in where you're coming from and what areas you're interested in, it'd be good to kind of get an idea of the audience and the multidisciplinary nature of who we are. And whilst that happens, I will let Ondrej skip to the next slide. Thank you very much. So why are we all here? Why are we doing this? Again, we're thinking about these interdisciplinary, try saying that quick, approaches to understanding search-oriented conversational AI. So the idea for this iteration of the workshop is to bring these different communities together. So we mentioned, SCAI', SCDIAL, CUI, EACL, all these different communities coming together, share their expertise, share their research, and have a nice, fairly relaxed discussion over the next few sessions. And we've got a fantastic program. Again, thank you to Svitlana for organizing the presenters and organizing the sessions. We're going to kick off with conversational search evaluation between 10 and 10:50 before moving on to user satisfaction and dialogue breakdown, 11 to 11:50. There'll be a poster session at 12 till 1. Svitlana will have sent round information about that using GatherTown for people who have registered. And we have a lunch break at 1 till 2 as well. I know online events can be a bit exhausting staring at a screen. So we want to make sure you're refreshed for the afternoon session and have time to catch a nice break as well. So following the lunch, we will be hitting dialogue personalization at 2 till 2:50. And then our final paper session will be question answering evaluation at 3 till 3:50. How this will work is there'll be, each presenter will be giving their talk. There will be time for a little panel discussion chaired by different individuals for each session. And there'll be a short break before next session. You'll have the details of the individual YouTube broadcasts. So there'll be a different broadcast for each session, just to make the managing of things a little bit easier for everyone. And following the paper sessions, we have the shared task on conversational AI. Svitlana, if you want to give a very, very brief introduction to the shared task.
All right, so I'm not gonna do any spoilers, but we will have the prize winners announcement. We had 4 participating teams. We had much more teams registered. Then over summer, some people didn't have enough energy to continue. So basically, we have 3 teams presenting their approaches. It's a super challenging task, also for us to evaluate. Make sure to come and give us your feedback.
Fantastic. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. When you're engaging with talks throughout the day, post your questions in the YouTube broadcasts. These will be able to be seen by us and the chairs in the session, and they'll be relayed to the speakers as well. So do pop your questions in as and when the talks are going on. Again, the poster sessions in GatherTown. So that'll be a kind of open space for people to connect with each other as well. And if you want to tweet, I strongly encourage tweeting always. You can go into @SCAI'workshop and follow us there and use #convsearch to post any kind of interesting insights you might have had during the session, any kind of big topics you want to share with the tweeting world. So do tweet away. And before we kick off for the next session, a huge thank you to all our sponsors, Bloomberg Engineering. Am I saying that right? Just engineering. Google and Hugging Face.
What's Bloomberg Engineering that comes together? I think that's a part of Bloomberg.
There you go. And Hugging Face, the most adorable of sponsors. I think we can all agree with that. So do continue to post information about yourselves in the YouTube chat, where you're from and what area you're interested in. And that wraps up the opening. Just having a brief, really, introduction to ourselves, to yourselves and what's expected of the program today. So I guess we will be heading on to the next broadcast soon. Svitlana, if you have anything else to add?
Yeah, so we need to run away to sound check the speakers for the next session, which means we have about 5-10 minutes break. You have the time to take a coffee and see you in the next link. I'm just going to post it quickly. Yeah, keep following, keep asking questions. Looking forward to the whole day of interesting talks. Okay, ready? See you in the next window.